Hey YouTube, I hope you didn't miss me too much. It's Luke McMurrin back with the Pats Out Truth. Hey, so I know it's been a little bit since our last video here, but what is there to do in the offseason? I've been out there hitting some disc golf, trying to fill some time because I'm just racking my brain waiting for training camp to start, later this week for some teams and next week for others. So, let's talk football. What is there to talk about before training camp? Before injuries, before final roster cuts? There's the playoff projections. Vegas got their odds out there. Everyone knows what they think their team's going to do. But Luke McMurrin, the Pats Out Truth, we're here to tell you what's really going to happen, YouTube. So are you guys ready? Because I know I am. All right, so let's just break it down. Let's talk the NFC. We're not going to go down the 1 seed, 2 seed. We're just going to go the East, North, West, South champions, wild card 1, wild card 2, all right? So let's kick it off. Coming out of the NFC East, we have the Philadelphia Eagles posting an 11-5 record. Not too shabby for the former Super Bowl champions, a little hard feelings there. But hey, that defense doesn't look quite as good as it was last year. Who's going to be the starting quarterback? Is it Carson Wentz or is it Nick Foles? No one knows. I think Foles did a great job. I don't think Wentz could have won that Super Bowl. So I stick with Nick Foles. I think Wentz still has some recovering to do. Maybe sit him out for the whole year and bring him back in 2019-2020. Now let's talk about the most stacked team in the NFL. They come out of the NFC West. On paper, the best team that we've seen for the last 10 to 15 years. We're talking the Los Angeles Rams. They're going to post an 11-5 record. Probably would be tougher if Seattle was still who they were. But 11-5 should be a smooth record for the Rams. They're going to have some transitioning, getting how to play with everybody, getting comfortable with one another. They've loaded up with offensive weapons. They've loaded up with defensive weapons. Who is really going to challenge them for the NFC? I think they're going to post an 11-5 record. They have some tough games. They're going to drop some games. It's hard to go play the 12th man. They got to go and play Jimmy G. There's a lot of things. Arizona might have a surprising team this year. Who knows? But I'm looking for an 11-5 record from the Rams. Now let's move to the North. Oh man, is it going to be the Vikings again? No, it is not. It is going to be A-Rod, Jimmy Graham, and the Green Bay Packers. Last year, the NFC North was the weakest division in football due to the fact that it was filled with injuries, mostly on the Packers. Offensively, Aaron Rodgers, Ty Montgomery, they both go down. Devontae Adams was out for a couple games. And then you go look at defensively, who they have playing. I don't know one healthy player. It's crazy. The Packers were one of the most beat-up teams in the NFL last year and still almost made the playoffs, besides a dirty hit on Devontae Adams after A-Rod came back against Carolina. Now, I think they complete that game and win that game. Do they make the playoffs? I don't know. They would have to go, perfect for the rest of the season, but Rodgers has done it before. I think he could have done it again. 11-5 record for them. Now, coming from the South, this is the toughest division in football last year, the NFC South. You have the Saints. You have the Atlanta Falcons, the Carolina Panthers, and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Fortunately for the NFC South, things got a lot easier. Jameis Winston's going to be suspended for the first few games. The Bucks look like they're just in the middle of a bunch of turmoil. We don't know if their coach is going to be there. Who knows what's going to happen with the Bucks, besides the fact they're probably going to go 3-13. But let's talk about the division winner, and that's the New Orleans Saints, okay? So the New Orleans Saints, who dat, are going to pull that off, and that's for Chris Blazich, one of the viewers out there. He asked a lot of questions about his Saints. Yes, you will have one of the best backfield duos with Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram. And yes, it will be okay the first 4 weeks without Ingram. And yes, Kamara will be a possible MVP candidate. Along with Drew Brees, you could have 2 of the top 5 MVP candidates. Great season for that. Who dat? And they're going to come back, and they're not going to let a little ripple in the road against the Minnesota Vikings hold them back for the 2018-19 season. They're going to be on their way to Super Bowl 53 to face no other than my New England Patriots. I'll see you there in New Orleans. Okay, wild card spot 1 with a 10-6 record, making the playoffs back-to-back years. Pretty good team, the Minnesota Vikings. All right, I appreciate your hospitality up in Minnesota for the Super Bowl, guys. I would have much rather you guys been a little more hate-filled towards the Philadelphia Eagles. I know it sounds bad, but hey, you guys said you were going to make their life a living hell, and I got there, and it was cupcakes and rainbows for Philly fans, and you guys were cheering for them, while McMurrin is sitting here cheering the Patriots on to no avail because the Minnesota fans are cheering for Eagles fans, became Eagles fans. So, A little disappointed in you, Minnesota. 10-6. Just get into the playoffs. Tie break. Atlanta, last team, 10-6. All right, we're not going to talk about them. They got turmoil. They got receivers from Alabama on both sides of the ball. Julio, Ridley. I mean, what more is there to talk about? Their defense was good a couple years ago, really young. Let go last year. Who knows? Julio wants more money. Is Julio going to skip camp? Is Julio going to come? Is he going to be happy? Is he going to be sad? What's going to happen to Atlanta? They're going to go 10-6. Again, they're going to have a tie break. The team that they have a tie break over, we'll get to later. They're in my sleepers. So, there it is. You got the Eagles, Rams, Packers, Saints, Vikings, and Falcons making the playoffs in the NFC. So, let's kick it over to a conference that matters to us the most. Because we're Patriots fans. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I know some of you guys aren't Patriots fans. That's why we're doing this segment, guys. Calm down. So, with the AFC East, we're going to start it off with no other than the New England Patriots posting a 12-4 record. Okay, I've bumped that up from my 11-5 projection. 12-4. When New England has a little bit of turmoil surrounding them, they always do well. Let's look back at our 2015 championship. Let's look back at other previous years. New England always responds well to turmoil. Brady is the GOAT. He's going to make a great thing out of Edelman being suspended for the first 4 games. I'm looking for Jordan Matthews to be a Pro Bowler, have a breakout season, and next year someone's going to pay that kid a lot of money, and I'm going to be very happy to see him go after getting a Super Bowl ring in a New England Patriots jersey. Thank you, Jordan Matthews. I know it's a little premature, but you're going to get us there, buddy. All right, so let's talk about the North. I had the West second, but that's my surprise team, so I'm going to hold them off to last. Let's talk about the North. The reigning North champions, Wiz Khalifa strong, black and yellow, Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. They're going to go 11-5. They're going to win the North. They are going to win the North. That division championship is locked up. Pittsburgh Steelers, all day, every day, black and yellow. Pittsburgh's got it. Hats flying everywhere. It's going to be cold. In Week 15, I'm hoping to be in Pittsburgh. Monday Night Football, New England Patriots, Pittsburgh Steelers, 31-28 New England. But let's talk about the AFC South. Back-to-back years, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars taking that division with an 11-5 record. Now, here's where things get a little interesting. That Jaguars defense is just as strong as ever, if not better. That offense is not the same. They've lost some weapons. They've added a couple. They have a better tight end. But who's their receivers? Are these young kids going to step up? We know they're fast. We know they're athletic. Is Bortles going to be Bortles? Or is he going to be the Bortles that led them into a deep playoff run? Who knows? But I am excited to see that Jaguars offense and defense next year. They're going to post an 11-5 record. I'll see you guys in Jacksonville Week 2. I'll be live from there cheering my New England Patriots on, guys. So, Wild Card 1. Again, coming from the AFC South. No other than Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans. Now, they're going to have probably the best defense in the NFL next year, if not the second best. But with adding all that talent on defense, having J.J. Watt, having Jadeveon Clowney, all these guys being healthy, it's going to be intense next year. Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, what's going to happen here? They got some of the best defensive players in the game. They're just stacked on defense. Deshaun Watson has the third best receiver in the NFL, DeAndre Hopkins. It's going to be an intense year. Hopefully Will Fuller bounces back, Notre Dame prospect. I like to see 10-6 from Houston. They're going to sneak in the playoffs. And the craziest fact about the matter is that the team that comes out from the second wild card, again, is from the AFC South. Becoming the strongest division in football within the next 2 seasons. The Tennessee Titans will again go to the playoffs with a 9-7 record. So, just for you fans out there of other teams we have not covered, I'm going to go ahead and not leave you guys hanging. Let's go ahead and give a final recap of all of the teams, 32 NFL teams, okay? So we're going to start with the playoff teams already, just so everyone can get them one more time. We have the Eagles, 11-5, Rams, 11-5, Packers, 11-5, Saints, 11-5, Vikings, 10-6, Atlanta, 10-6, Tennessee 9-7, Houston 10-6, Jacksonville 11-5, Pittsburgh 11-5, Los Angeles Chargers 12-4, New England Patriots 12-4. Then we have the Denver Broncos. They are going 8-8. Indianapolis Colts 8-8. Chicago Bears 7-9. We have the Football Giants going 10-6. We have the 49ers going 9-7. We have the Washington Redskins going 5-11. We have the Oakland Raiders going 9-7, missing the playoffs by a tiebreak. We have the Jets going 6-10, the Bills going 5-11, and the Dolphins going 7-9, 5, 6, 7 in that division. We have Baltimore going 6-10. We have Cincinnati going 5-11. Detroit at 7-9. Carolina falling down to 8-8 this year. We have Seattle going 500 at 8-8. We have we have Arizona 6-10. Dallas off year. Dak can't get it done. I just don't understand what they got going on with that kid. Should have probably kept Romo around. They got going 7-9 for those guys. Worst team in football this year will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 3-13. Denver Broncos round out the pack at 5-11. Now I don't think I forgot any team, but if I did, go ahead and comment. Now I appreciate you guys, tuning in tonight. Subscribe to the channel, like, share, comment, do what you want to do. If you have any questions about your team and why I gave them the rating I gave them, or why I said the record would be the way it is, go ahead and comment. Go ahead and ask questions. I'll get back to you guys. I appreciate your time tonight, YouTube. Again, this is the Pats Out Truth with Luke McMurrin, and I hope you guys like my playoff projection.